Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're back again with another fragrance review. I'm going to continue. I'm continuing doing the House of Imaginary Authors. Just finished up Memoirs of a Trespasser. That one didn't take too long. It's a really good fragrance, but it's pretty linear, so it really didn't change too much, which didn't really have to explain too much of the changing. I'm going to come with you right now with Bull's Blood. That is the next one on the line here. Again, I'm going to tell you guys, please go to imaginaryauthors.com and get the sampler pack. It comes with 9 fragrances, I believe. And they have a new one coming out called Les Orchides Terribles, I think, something like that. Which it's in a pink bottle, I think, is what I saw. So I'm not really sure if it's supposed to stay unisex or not, or where it's going to be leaning. Leaning in the line, but all of the rest of them are unisex. So I'm assuming it's going to stay unisex. So here's the card for Bull's Blood. Here it is. So it says, real quick, the description says, Devante Valerio was raised in a dusty Spanish village in the Balearic Sea. He finally recalled going to the bullfights with his father, an ex-picador, and credited those early experiences with inspiring his most popular novella, Bull's Blood. The book's lurid tale of seduction garnered obscenity charges against the author. Though the charges were rejected by the court, a ban on the sale of his works persisted for a number of years. So I guess he was kind of like one of these guys that writes real kind of controversial novels and stuff. It says a fixture in Barcelona, smoking cigarillos and writing in the cafes and bars into the night. Valerio disappeared as a fugitive in 1967 after a highly publicized bar scuffle with American sailors, one of whom later died of his injuries. A man who has killed, he wrote in Bull's Blood, is a man who knows passion. So. Can't say I agree with that because that's a pretty heavy thing to do, just to see if you have passion or not. So yeah, this is Bull's Blood. We have the notes in this one. Well, it was released in 2012. It's considered a woody aromatic, and the notes are patchouli, rose, costus root, tobacco, black musk, and of course Bull's Blood. When the first time I heard about this one, I heard about it. Well, actually, the first time I ever heard about the entire line was from manlovescologne.com. And I saw all of his reviews, which were great. And I didn't know what Bull's Blood was. And I know they're probably adding some of these on here because I'm sure they didn't use real Bull's Blood. So I did a little research, and I did find there was a Bull's Blood Beats. So I remember I messaged Sebastian. I was like, hey, is there anything going on with maybe these beats as a note that maybe it gave it some sort of an extra note or something, and they just happened to. I never did find that out. Never really did that much research when it came to the beats. I just thought it was kind of a coincidence that there really was a Bull's Blood beats beat. So let's go ahead and spray a little bit on my arm here, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so right off the bat, this one is completely dominated by patchouli and rose. I mean, this thing is like strong. Okay, I immediately got. Guerlain, the House of Guerlain, they have a fragrance called Habit Rouge. I actually did a review on it a few months ago, and it's not exactly like it, but it has sort of the mid notes of it that in Habit Rouge, it stands out quite a bit in Habit Rouge, which is the rose and the patchouli. This one is nothing but rose and patchouli. I mean, it's like completely dominated by rose and patchouli. And the tobacco's there as well, and that also has Habit Rouge by Guerlain. It also has tobacco in it, and a bit of that musk. So this is pretty much what I get from it. And I compared Habit Rouge to smelling like old books. Like whenever you have an old book and it's all the pages are all yellow and they're just yellow. They're stained by time. And like an old deck of cards, like an old deck of cards that maybe you found at your grandma's house. You guys go to grandma's house, start digging through the drawers, and looking through, and you find like an old deck of cards from like maybe the 50s that they used to play with their friends with, and they always have like that old musky damp smell. If you guys, some of y'all might know what I'm talking about, but this is what Bull's Blood smells like. I gotta say it's not gonna be the most popular of the line, I believe, but just because the patchouli is very, very dominant. It's really, really strong. Now, if you love patchouli, this is your stuff. And if you love rose, you're going to love this fragrance. I'm not a big rose fan. I don't even like Noir de Noir. by Tom Ford, and everybody loves that one. Rose just Rose just it's too feminine for me. It reminds me of my mom. She used to wear a lot of rose fragrances when I was a kid. Um, the only rose fragrance that I sort of liked was Rose 31 by Le Labo, and I did a review on that one as well. And that was pretty much the only reason why I liked it is because it smelled like Royal Oud with rose in it by Royal Oud by Creed, and I like Royal Oud, so it's pretty much like why I like this, and I can stand the rose in it. But this one here, yeah, it reminds me of like old books, and it smells like old paper and old pages, So um, it also reminds me, and some of you guys might agree with me, some of you might not agree with me, but it reminds me of that last little bit of Coca-Cola in the aluminum can. When you're it's all you already drank a lot of it, but you forgot maybe there's one little last sip left, but it's been sitting there for like 20 minutes and all the carbonation is gone and it's kind of warm. And if you stick your nose in that can, um, I'm guessing it comes it has a little bit of that tinny, that aluminum sort of tinny smell to it that comes from the can, and a little bit of that sweetness from the Coca-Cola. I'm not really sure if there's any notes from in this in Coca-Cola or not, but that's just what I smell when I smell bull's blood. It's fairly strong. I mean, if you go too hard on this, you could offend somebody. I mean, you really have to like patchouli to like this fragrance. I mean, it's pretty much patchouli and rose throughout the entire life. But I only put on 3 sprays, and I think I put on 3 sprays yesterday, and it lasted like quite a bit. It's pretty beast. I mean, it's not as thick as some of the other ones in the line, but this one's pretty strong. I'd say at least 6 hours. I would say at least, and I mean, and you'll easily choke somebody out with this stuff just because patchouli is such a strong fragrance. Even in like other fragrances, patchouli always stands out over the top. So yeah, this was Bull's Blood, and not too much going on with this one. I wouldn't deem this one as bottle worthy in the line. I probably wouldn't purchase this one just because I enjoyed the Habit Rouge, but that one had a little bit more going on, had a little bit more of a vanilla and more of a powdery dry down. This one not so much. This one's pretty linear, and it just sticks with the patchouli and the rose the whole time. It's not offensive at all, but I think it's not for everybody. And even in the fact that if you wear it and you're out with other people, they might kind of back off a little bit because it's not for everybody. So I don't think it would be a crowd pleaser, and not sure if it'd even be much of a compliment getter. But who knows? I mean, this is just my opinion here. I definitely don't think that this one's going to be bottle worthy for me. If I do start getting my hands on these, I do want to collect the entire line just because that's kind of how I am. I try to, like, if I get one, I want to get all of them, especially when it comes like in a cool little set like they have with these. So that was Bull's Blood, released 2012. Again, another creation by Josh Mayer. Very impressed by this guy. This guy, he has a good nose. He knows what he's doing. He's given you the picture in your mind of Spain, and he's like his dad was a picador, which I guess I'm guessing the guys who are bullfighters and whatnot. So yeah, so anyway, that was Bull's Blood. Kind of smells like a deck of cards, and kind of smells like old books. So kind of has like that sweetness to it or whatever, that muskiness to it. So yeah. So anyway, so rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know if you've tried Bull's Blood. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if it's your favorite or if it's your worst. Rate, comment, subscribe, and please stay tuned. That way, I think I still have like 6 videos left, maybe 5 or something like that. I might do another one real quick just to kind of get another one out of the way. But yeah, so until then, you guys take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.